Tyne and Wear is at the heart of the economic and cultural life of the northeast of England. Made up of 5 local authorities, Newcastle, Gateshead, Sunderland, North Tyneside and South Tyneside, each area is rich in outstanding natural beauty and each with a long and distinguished history. There may be local rivalry, particularly when it comes to football, but this is born out of a genuine pride in the region. We're talking about passionate places with passionate people. Tyne and Wear was the engine room for Britain's industrial strength. But with a decline in traditional industries, the region has had to adapt. This ability to change, high work ethic and can-do mentality has attracted new industries into the region. Nissan in Sunderland, Duco, SMD Hydrovision and Wellstream International in Wallsend. We have seen the existing businesses adapt and develop, such as the Port of Tyne, which now handles some 600,000 new vehicles each year, including those produced at the Nissan plant, and has also been at the forefront of using rail freight. We've also seen the birth and expansion of homegrown businesses into global players, such as Smiths Industries, a leading manufacturer of electric vans and goods vehicles, and IT companies such as Sage, with some 6 million customers worldwide. So as you can see, Tyne and Wear is special, very special, and not just because of its coastline, countryside and history, but because of the people. Passionate people living and working in passionate places. But don't just take my word for it.
Well, there's so many things that make the North East special. I mean, obviously, first of all, I would always say it's people, but also with the Chamber of Commerce, I'd say the whole range of businesses that we've got.
There's a strong local identity and they're very, very proud of where they live and who they are.
The North East is a vibrant and vital area. We've got a rich heritage, we've got spectacular landscapes. We're proud of our past and passionate about building a better future.
That's all about the North East, isn't it? Passionate people and passionate places.
So maybe you can start to see what makes Tyne and Wear special, and that it's not a region resting on its laurels, but forward-thinking. There are lots of examples that show how this region works together and makes things happen. This short film is about one specific example, the Tyne and Wear Freight Partnership, and how it's leading the way when it comes to freight issues. Government statistics estimate that over 20 million kilometres are travelled by vehicles on North East roads, a growth of 25% since 1995. Although cars represent the biggest proportion, vans and larger goods vehicles account for about 5 million of that total. We began this film showing some of the most popular and famous places in the region. You may not have noticed, but in most shots there was also either a van or a lorry going about its business of delivering goods. The lifeblood of our region is its transport infrastructure. We all depend on goods being collected and delivered, whether it's raw materials or parts for a car factory, or food for supermarket shelves, or medical supplies for hospitals and surgeries. We all depend on the movement of freight. The challenge is to achieve this in a way that reduces road congestion and our impact on the environment. Let's talk to some of those involved with the partnership right from the outset, and then look at some of the practical initiatives that have taken place so far.
The partnership was set up in 2005 on the understanding that we didn't do enough to support freight in the North East region, and in particular Tyne and Wear.
When local transport plan funding was put in place to address freight issues, it was important to understand the problems and challenges of the freight industry. Through our extensive surveys and research, we were able to identify that for the most part, vehicles travelling from outside the region were those most in need of help. So we developed practical yet innovative ways of getting routing information to those drivers in their cabs, thus helping them get to their destinations in Tyne and Wear safely and efficiently.
We felt we needed to do more on sustainable distribution to help us meet our objectives. And for that reason, we set up a Tyne and Wear Freight Partnership with cooperation from the public sector, the private sector, and our many regional stakeholders.
There's been a number of innovations coming from the partnership, some as simple as relieving some of the minor issues for the freight operators, such as delivering goods to and from small shops in the area. But importantly, we've done more innovative work on mapping, information technology, dissemination of information.
So let's have a look at some of the practical initiatives that have been delivered so far. Let's look at some of the headings in more detail, starting with area freight maps. As you can see, 71 key destinations, including industrial estates, business parks and major shopping centres, have been mapped with more to follow. Preferred routes are shown in a sequence of 18 inset maps encompassing all the key destinations. You would be surprised at the number of drivers who turn up on the wrong estate. Any person wanting to find a specific estate can now simply go onto the map. It's as easy as clicking on the website. This map shows the location of the Buick Road Industrial Estate, and as you can see, it includes details of bridge height restrictions and weight restrictions. So transport operators and their drivers can be made aware of vehicle restrictions before they get to a particular area. A better solution than creating traffic chaos or damaging bridges and vehicles on the journey.
These